بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. نبدأ بإذن الله تبارك وتعالى الدرس الثاني من التعليق على كتاب بلوغ المرام من أدلة الأحكام للإمام أحمد بن حجر العسقلاني رحمة الله عليه. The second lesson on commentary of Bulughul Maraam من أدلة الأحكام by الإمام ابن حجر الحافظ العسقلاني رحمة الله عليه. قال وعن عبد الله بن عمر رضي الله عنهما قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا كان الماء قلتين لم يحمل الخبث وفي لفظ لم ينجس. أخرجه الأربعة وصححه ابن خزيمة وابن حبان. سيدنا عبد الله بن عمر, may Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala be pleased with him and his father Sayyidina Umar, narrated that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sallam said, if there is enough water to fill two qullah, two pitchers, it carries no impurity or it is difficult for it to carry impurity. Another version has, it does not become unclean or it does not become impure. And this hadith have been collected by the four compilers of the Sunnah of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And these four compilers are Abu Dawud, Nasa'i, Tirmidhi, and Ibn Majah. And Ibn Khuzaymah radiallahu anhu and Ibn Hibban and Al-Hakim graded this hadith as sahih, authentic, sound. What this means is that when water is of this amount, it's difficult to carry impurity, but it doesn't mean it does not carry impurity at all. Because we learned yesterday that if one of the three qualities of the water is changed or has been changed by any impurity, then the water becomes impure. The smell, the color, or the taste of the water changes, then the water becomes impure. وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يغتسل أحدكم في الماء الدائم وهو جنب. Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, none of you should take a bath in stagnant water when he is junub, sexually impure. أخرجه مسلم. This hadith was reported by Imam Muslim in his Sahih. وللبخاري لا يبولن أحدكم في الماء الدائم الذي لا يجري ثم يغتسل فيه ولمسلم منه ولأبي داود ولا يغتسل فيه من الجنابة. Another version of Al-Bukhari has, none of you should urinate in stagnant water that is not flowing and then take bath in it. A version of Muslim has the words minhu, from it, i.e. the water. A version of Abu Dawood has, one should not take bath in it from sexual impurity. The version of Abu Dawud makes it clear that the Prophet ﷺ is not talking about a regular bath. He is talking about the ghusl janaba, the bath that is from sexual, that has to do with sexual impurity, that is janaba. Because when one urinate in a water that does not flow, it is likely for that water to become unclean, impure. وعن رجل صاحب النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال نهى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أن تغتسل المرأة بفضل الرجل أو الرجل بفضل المرأة وليغترفا جميعا. أخرجه أبو داود والنسائي وإسناده صحيح. A man who accompanied, who was a sahabi of Sayyidina Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, narrated that Rasulullah alayhi salatu wassalam forbade a woman to bath with the water left over by a man, and that a man should not bath with the water left over by a woman, but instead they should both take scoopfuls of the water together. Reported by Abu Dawud and An-Nasa'i, and its chain of narrators is authentic, sahih. We will explain this hadith after reading the upcoming ones. وعن ابن عباس رضي الله عنهما أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يغتسل بفضل ميمونة رضي الله عنها. أخرجه مسلم. Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas narrated that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to bath with the water left over by Maymuna radiyallahu ta'ala anha, Sayyidina Maymuna, and this hadith was reported by Imam Muslim. Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas had access to the house of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, especially to the apartments of Sayyidina Maymuna. Why? What made Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas, unlike the other Sahaba, have access to the apartments of Sayyidina Maymuna, the wife of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And Allah doesn't allow the Sahaba to have access to the apartments of the wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why? Because Maymuna was his aunt. Maymuna and Fadl are sisters. Fadl is the mother of Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas. So he used to spend time at his aunt's apartment. That's why he used to pray at night with the Prophet ﷺ. He tells us the Prophet ﷺ's night prayer and those details that no one could know except those who have had access. Then he said, وَلِأَصْحَابِ السُّنَنِ اغتسل بعض أزواج النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في جهنة فجاء ليغتسل منها فقالت له إني كنت جنبا فقال صلى الله عليه وسلم إن الماء لا يجنب وصححه الترمذي وابن خزيمة. And the Ashab al-Sunan, compilers of the Prophet ﷺ's sayings, who are the Ashab al-Sunan? Compilers, when we say Ashab al-Sunan, who do we mean? We mean the same four we mentioned yesterday. Who are they? The four we. No. And Nasai, mashallah. So these are known as Ashab al-Sunan because we have Sunanu Abi Dawud, Sunanu Tirmidhi, Sunanu Ibn Majah, and Sunanu Nasai. That's why we call them Ashab al-Sunan. The compilers of the Holy Prophet's sayings, alayhi salatu wasalam, reported that one of the wives of the Holy Prophet, alayhi salatu wasalam, took bath from a vessel. Then came the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, and when he wanted to take bath from that vessel, she said, I was junub, I was in state of janaba. He sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, water does not become sexually impure, does not become junub. Water. At-Tirmidhi and Ibn Khuzaymah graded this hadith as sound, as authentic. So what we can understand from these different hadiths, one hadith is saying not to use the left water by a woman, and the woman not to use the man's left water. And at the same time we have other hadith showing that the Prophet ﷺ used that. The left water of Sayyidatuna Maimuna. What we know from this is that it is permissible to use the left water of someone else. Meaning when you talk about the left water that they use to make wudu or to make ghusl, it is permissible. However, it is preferable to not use it if there is another water that is available. That's the ruling. For you to understand the two ahadith or the different versions of this hadith. And when in one of the ahadith he said, اغتسل بعض أزواج النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. One of the Holy Prophet's wives took bath. Who is that Holy Prophet's wife? According to Imam Daraqutni rahmatullahi alayhi, it is Maimuna herself. So the Holy Prophet's wife, which was not named in this hadith, he said it's Maimuna, and you can understand that because Maimuna has another hadith in which she literally stated that she did that, and the Prophet used her word. هذا صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وحق قدره ومقداره العظيم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. آمين وإياك. صل على محمد.